Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back through daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, so let's just dive in and let's talk about a few things. So real quick, before we actually jump on into this video, I just want to really quickly say, we are watching Bitcoin rise in dominance. We are seeing it hit a wall at about 25K. We are seeing major indices having a little bit of a red day in regards to futures. Now, futures are not like a 100% dead set that we are going to open and have a bearish take on the market. No, not exactly. But I will say this, that I am watching these closely as we are seeing, not only Bitcoin move on basically little to no volume, but also us hit some major resistance zones. So currently, what I'm doing is watching to see the major impulse that we see once we do see indices open. That is in about roughly 8.5 hours from now. So that is what I'm watching right now. Currently, I know that a lot of people are very bullish. They are expecting Bitcoin to go to 28K. I'm more so kind of waiting to see a retest of the low to mid 22K region before going to 28K. But even then, if we do get to 28K first, we are expecting a major drop on Bitcoin still. So we are still watching for some levels to be targeted on Bitcoin, as I did express in yesterday's video. But today, let's dive in and let's talk about a few things, because we just seen a monumental moment for the XRP community. But first, we do see here from Kevin O'Leary, you have the smartest, brightest men and women from around the world today saying, screw everything else, I want to work on crypto. And yes, I do think that the BlackRock announcement was like a pivotal, moment in time for crypto, because not only did it solidify where crypto is positioned in the real world application area, but it also solidified our position in this market as well. I think that we are extremely early visionaries that do understand the potential of this market, potential of these assets, and also the potential of the technology. So to me, seeing major names like that move in on crypto so heavily as well, really kind of tells me like we should be confident in our position in this market and our position in the assets that we do hold. And we do see Johnny Deaton responding saying, now we just need Congress or POTUS to rein in an out-of-control SEC chairman in Gary Gensler. Once we have sensible, smart, and tailored regulations, the industry will explode. Assign cryptos that have been traded for the last decade to CFTC and ICOs to the SEC. It's not rocket science. And no, it's not that complex at all. It's very easy, especially to usher in regulations around this space that has been being stifled in regards to innovation and growth for so long. I think that's pretty easy to not only allow for the growth of this market, but also welcome aboard the major technology leaders that are in this space for good doing. And also, shout out to Ashley Prosper, one over here, but we do see here the SEC behaving badly could get the case dismissed. 4 of the 5 factors for dismissal have been met, and Judge Netburn, using the term unfaithful allegiance to the law, bad faith is another check in the dismissal box. Unlikely, but something to consider. Now, this is unlikely to go through in regards to the case being dismissed, but 4 of the 5 boxes are checked, as you guys do see here, and we do see a few things over here as well. For dismissal to be proper, the conduct to be sanctioned must be due to willfulness, fault, or bad faith. And then over here we do see a breakdown of it as well. Courts have inherent power to dismiss an action when a party has willfully deceived the court and engaged in conduct utterly inconsistent with the orderly administration of justice. And then on the last slide, we do see affirming dismissal of defendant's counterclaim under court's inherent power for concealing documents and violating court's discovery order. And this is a big one, because we have been seeing the SEC try to hide documents for a while. And we do see down here, Attorney Bill has settled this question, and I agree it is unlikely to happen, but no harm in speculating about it. And we do see that's a great point. Perhaps that's why Judge Netburn recently called the SEC out for its tactics. And yeah, like for the longest time, the SEC has been playing games. So, something like this could happen. I would say it's a low chance of it, but this could possibly end the SEC lawsuit. But what I am paying attention to is this. So going back to the 3rd, I made a video on this actually, where we were talking about Ripple defendants request permission to serve non-party subpoenas to authenticate videos of 7 SEC officials' public remarks in connection with previous RFAs. The SEC will not consent, and SEC seeks to reopen discovery. Now, we reported on that on August 3rd. But today, we did see in a text-only order, Judge Knepper granted the Ripple defendant's motion to serve 2 subpoenas to authenticate videos of 7 SEC officials' public remarks and ignored the SEC's claim that defendants were trying to reopen fact discovery. This is huge. I would say that this is probably one of the biggest wins so far. I don't think that anybody who is, really kind of, sitting outside of this, SEC case right now understands exactly how big this is. Just to give you guys a quick insight, first off, we go a little bit back in time to the 3rd. This was included in my video at that time as well. This is, of course, Jeremy Hogan quoting this tweet and saying, Ripple simply wants to authenticate 7 videos of SEC employees giving speeches, and the SEC is messing around again with it. The SEC played games in responding originally last year. Authentication is standard stuff in litigation and should not be this difficult. Now, what is he, talking about in regards to like last year? Well, we actually do have a video here. And it says, pure gold evidence here, Charles Gasparino. SEC enforcement has alleged Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson were reckless in selling XRP because it was so obvious XRP was a security in 2013. Yet in 2018, Gary Gensler himself says, even for Ripple, there needs to be clarity. Now again, this is from September. I pulled this up from September. We do see, I believe Jeremy Hogan actually responded to this one as well. I don't know if we have that, so yeah, I can't find that one. But listen closely to this video, as it is something pretty remarkable. And these are the videos that they are basically trying to get out as well. Like, this isn't like a specific one, but it's remarks like this that do matter for this SEC case. Now listen closely.
Well, 2 classes of problems. The people who issued the tokens, are they criminals? What happens to them? And then the people who are holding the tokens, were they scammed, and how do they get redress?
I think regulators around the globe will sort it through, but as you saw in the first of these last summer, the DAO, D-A-O, the SEC chose to write, I think it would be called an order, but they didn't actually then have a civil money penalty. They didn't charge. They just wrote an order and tried to change behavior. I think there is a reasonable case to be made that if you can come into compliance, if the Securities and Exchange Commission gives some number of months, and I don't know what that is right up a period of time, but some number of months or a year or whatever to come into compliance, then they'll look forward. The challenge is compliance is about disclosure. That's hard to do, but it's doable. Compliance is about the manner of sale. You can't change the manner of sale from 2 years ago, but maybe you can change the manner of sale going forward. Compliance is about beneficial ownership. That's a tricky one. Compliance is about anti-fraud and insider trading rules. So, but I think it's more like, let's look forward, and there's 1,000+ horses running on the field that got out of the barn. We've got to kind of bring them into compliance. And even for Ripple and Ether, or maybe it's, EOS or NEO or something, but for the big market cap ones, there needs to be clarity in the market. And if the clarity in the market is that they're not securities, they might still be commodities, they might still need to comply with all those laws and so forth, but I think it's a period of time. But if you do an issuance now,
and like, it's things like this that are, it truly is gold evidence. Like, Ripple needs to be, it needs clarity. And this entire market needs clarity currently. I would say when we really are looking at this market from a bird's eye view, we have been hearing a lot of talks around, crypto getting, regulatory clarity, regulating crypto in general. If you go back to 2018, a lot of these major individuals that have said, like, XRP is a security, they're the same individuals that called XRP a currency and that XRP needs clarity, that, and of course, yeah, is it bunched together in a basket of cryptos? 100%, it always is. But if we look at this market and we look at some of like the top 10 coins, there's a lot of tokens in the space that could, under the same jurisdictions as the XRP case, would be securities. And Ethereum would also be one. Now, right now what we are watching for is these videos coming out, because these could be detrimental to the SEC's defense. And like I said, we are watching this very, very closely because this could possibly also be the nail in the coffin. I mean, similar to this one, like, yeah, sure, this is, pretty substantial, but this is like not a guarantee that the case could be dismissed, and it's like a low chance. It's an unlikely situation, but this is the bombshell, because I'm sure that there's a lot of videos like this. You guys already know that Gary Gensler, when he was talking at MIT, basically said, like, hey, listen, XRP is a currency. So when we really kind of look at this, right, we need to question what videos is Ripple really kind of focused on right now. What videos did they watch? What videos did they listen to that were these higher-ups at the SEC talking about this market? Because this is where we really want to focus on right now, because this could be substantial. And again, it's mostly speeches. It's giving speeches that, are talking around crypto, around possibly even XRP, maybe even Ethereum. We can most likely guarantee that the Hinman speech will be included in this. But I'm very excited to see what happens here. I'm very excited. First off, I would love to see these 7 videos, and I'm sure everyone else will. But I'm definitely excited to see what happens with this. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys have more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, up to you all. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.